Hey guys, just out here taking a video of the outside of our 99 Rexall Airbus. Kind of give y'all a view of the exterior since we did a video the other day of the inside. Y'all can kind of see how our outside setup is. Kind of where we spend some of our time is just outside relaxing, feeling this wonderful weather. It's around 66 degrees today, a little bit of a chillier day. As you can tell, I got a light jacket on. But that's usually the year-round temperature, 60s and 70s. So, but we'll get started with our Airbus. All right, so this is the passenger side. We have our awning out. We have multiple compartments on each side. Some of them are pass-throughs, which mean that you can see from one side of the RV to the other, with doors on either side. This one in the very back is a pass-through. On this side we have our luggage. That's where we had brought our luggage with us just because we were in a hotel when we first took this contract, and so we have our big luggage suitcases in there, which is taking up a lot of room. So when we go home, we plan on taking them and dropping them off. It is a pass-through though. It goes to my other side. This one looks a little weird. It has a little bitty side right here that's got some storage in it. Kim's laundry stuff's in there, and then that right there is the water heater. It has to have a little breathing hole. It is propane ran. This one, as you can see, says LPG. That is the propane tank. You cannot lock these. They're not made to lock. They do have some semi-storage in them. They do have a little bar that'll help hold it up, but I'm just going to hold it up. As you can see, we got our Blackstone electric Blackstone in there. Didn't feel like getting one with propane just because I didn't want to lug around in a propane tank. There's just some extra stuff, electrical stuff, Kim's crafting stuff. She's making a Christmas tree thing for the winter. She loves to decorate. So, and that is our propane tank, which we just left and got it filled not too long ago. This one right here, it is another pass-through, so it goes to the other side. And on this side we have my Yeti, my big Yeti cooler that we took with us. Like I said, we didn't know we would be in an RV, so we took it with, when we were coming across the state in the car, coming across the states to get to California. We had it loaded with food and drinks for the ride. We also had some other stuff in there. I think we got some boxes from stuff that we bought just to keep for warranty. And this is another pass-through, and it pretty much just has some outside stuff that we would use for the outdoor living area, I guess you would say, like the tables and stuff. It has like a charger for our little bug zapper. Has grilling stuff, has some extra trash bags for if we're outside and need it. These two chairs, this rug, and these two tables came with the RV, as well as our little lights, which was nice because we didn't have to buy those things. Oh yeah, and our little American flag that lights up and flashes. So we got all those from the guy who sold it to us, as well as our fire pit, which you can barely see through the little sunscreen. We did purchase the sunscreen, by the way. That was nice. Kim got it on Amazon. I can't remember how much she paid for it. It actually runs through a guideline, which is how it attaches. And you can stake it down, but we got ours weighed down just because we're pretty much on concrete, so it's impossible to drive anything in. But this is where we spend a lot of our time. We come out here, we'll put the TV out, watch some ball games, college football time, So this right here is the back side of the refrigerator, so it can breathe. Got your compressor, all that stuff back there, which we're going to have to prepare to winterize because of the frigid temperatures that we'll be dealing with in North Dakota. We'll also be skirting the entire bottom of the RV. Skirting is going to be like an insulated board is what we're planning on using. Taping it with like an extreme weather taping to help seal off any gaps, and just kind of prepare to keep cold air from coming underneath the RV. Picnic table came with the site. I did buy the little cheap grill for like $20 because I like to grill. It is that time of year, at least back home. Here you can do it year round. It stays perfect weather. There is the fire pit. Looks like it's made out of a dryer drum and made on a pedestal. It works amazing. We love it. We keep our kennel outside. We used it when we were in the hotel with the dogs, keep them from messing up stuff while we were out shopping or whatever, whatnot. But since we've been here, they stay inside, so we don't kennel them. And so we just use it as a little table for Kim's herbs. She likes to cook with all of them. So something she likes to do, she's really got into in the last year. So this is our outside where we sit. As you can see her, there's our door. Kim's already decorated some for the fall. By the way, this is Blaze. We had mentioned it in the video prior to this. We had Blaze and Blazer. This is Blaze. You can't really tell, but she's a green. And then Blazer. So somebody probably already noticed this, but we do have bungees going up to the roof, and that's because there's our McDishy. There is our Starlink. We use it for our internet. Works great. This is the front of our Rexall. I've already opened the hood latches to make this easier one-handed. But there's the big V10. It is dirty, so don't judge. But that's what powers this big old beast. So this side, pretty much nothing here. Got another window to the living room, window in the back for the bedroom. You got more storage areas, as well as you can get into the driver's side if you're driving. This side just pretty much has everything to do with the setup of the outside when we get to a location. So my ramps, if I need them, stuff to cock my wheels with. As you can see, we are on jack stands just to help level it. Have some extra 2x4s and 4x4 blocks to help kind of keep the RV raised if it's really unlevel, which I have been using here. This holds our firewood. I have a big container, big 50-gallon drum container in there that will hold it, as well as that was where we would store our fire pit. This holds the generator. It's locked. I can't really show it to you, but it'll fire up from the dash on the inside, or I can fire it up from out here. And then we have an outdoor shower. It's not much nothing, but if you went to the beach and got sandy, you could rinse yourself off, at least. This one holds all the outlets for the water. It holds our sewer line, so we could dump our gray tank and our black tank. It also holds the freshwater line as well. That is our little filter, little capsule filter. And then this right here holds my power plug-in for my 30 amp, which is how we power the RV. Also holds like a cable line if I was staying at a place that offered cable. And then the back, so you can see we have a ladder to the roof. Most motorhomes you can walk on top of, travel trailers usually cannot. And then as you see, that is a traveling hitch to tow a car. But the thing is, for me to use it, I'd have to have 2 hooks put on the front of the Land Rover as well as a brake line. And I'm just not going to do that. So we'll probably get rid of that and buy us a car trailer to tow the Land Rover with when we leave. So this is the outside. I can do a quick demo of the water line area. As you can see, you have a big pipe set up. Let me pull this lever. It helps hold it up, makes it easier. You got your big line there. That's where your crap tank is, your black tank. The little line is your gray tank. That's where your water from your shower, your sink and stuff goes. They're 2 separate tanks. We keep them both closed. You pull those levers to release them. We'll get into a video maybe at some point so we can explain to people who don't know why you do it that way. Later this week I'll have to dump them. When I do, we'll go through that. And then that's your freshwater line right there, which you can turn it to go to your local, I think I can make that out. Yeah, the local supply, which is coming straight from the city, is what we would say. And then you have your freshwater tank, which means I could fill up my tank, and if we were going over the road or if we were boondocking, we'd be able to store water in our tank and pull from it. So that's just for the people who may not know about RVing and are new to it. We are still learning as we go, but this is it. You can see the lot's not very, very big, but it's big enough for what we need. We are feet away from the beach. As you can see, there's plenty of people here at the RV park. It fluctuates usually. Most people leave out usually on Monday or Sunday or Tuesday in that area and go back home, and it's usually quiet through the week, and then the weekend it kind of starts picking up. People come out here to the beach. As you can see, they're doing work out there. That leads to the beach right there. We're probably about, I don't know, probably about 4 football fields from the beach. There's a beach access right over there. They're working on the road leading up to it. I'm not for sure what all they're doing, but that access is closed. You can actually drive your car on the beach here. You have to buy a permit, but you can do it. It's like a $50 for a whole year. I went ahead and purchased the whole thing since we were here for 2 contracts. And then all you got to do is just go get your window sticker each day that you go out. But you don't have to pay for those because you paid for your 50 or for your year pass, whatever. But anyway, so it's usually quiet. You can usually, on the weekends, you can hear the waves crashing. You can't really hear it through the week because they're working. But people still go out there. That's a big parking lot area. You can see, you can barely make it out through all that, but there's a camper out there. People usually go there during the day because it's free. You can stay there and park. And then there's a nice restaurant right through those area out there, probably about 200 yards, called Finn's, and probably the best seafood I've had out here. But this is it, you guys. So this weekend we plan on going to the beach, and we're going to go clam hunting. So we may not be able to keep any because they're usually too small. They haven't got big enough yet for people to collect them. But we'll dig some up and let y'all see them because we want y'all to be able to check that out. And then, so that'll be this weekend. So y'all can kind of see what it's like to drive out on the beach, because most people have never driven their car on the beach. It's kind of fun. You can do it really easy out here. The sand's usually soft in certain places, but it's pretty packed where you drive your car. And then we'll show y'all the clams and show y'all what the West Coast beach looks like, at least in the Central Coast. Anyway, if you haven't subscribed, and if you have, thanks. Make sure to hit the little bell at the bottom in the description of the video. There's a little bell where you can get notified of every video that we post. That kind of helps us out. And for family and friends that may be watching, we appreciate it. We love you guys. Thanks for staying with us. And for all the new people who might just be following us because they're interested in traveling as a healthcare worker or just living in an RV full time, this is what it's like. Stay tuned for more. Thanks.